Hello, students. I am so excited about today's book read aloud. I ordered this especially to share with you guys. We don't have it in our library, so unless you have purchased this book and have it at home, you probably haven't seen it before. But if you will look on the top left, you'll see the author is Mo Willems. Mo Willems is the author of all of the Pigeon books and the Piggy and Gerald books. You guys love Mo Willems and all of his books. And this is a new book that has been published by Mo Willems called Because. It's going to be a really fun, sweet lesson about cause and effect and how a young lady goes from not knowing much about music to conducting a symphony and writing and composing her own music. So it's a fun journey from her first time of seeing a performance to conducting her own performance. And if you hang on to the end of the video, I have information on how to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you guys can see on my playlist. I have added a video. It's just a little over a minute long. That's an interview with Mo Willems about this book. And he had a composer actually write music to go with the book. So you get to hear the cool music, get to see Mo Willems, and learn also about the young woman who is Chinese American who illustrated this book. Her name is Amber Wren. So you see at the top of the book it says Score, Mo Willems. Score is what we call a piece of music, a completed work of music like this for an orchestra, which is instruments like trumpets and flutes and violins and these special drums called timpani drums. When someone writes a piece of music, it's called a score. So instead of saying author for this book, Mo Willems uses the word score because this book has so much to do with music. And then performance here is used for Amber Wren, and she's actually the illustrator. And instead of saying she's the illustrator, he says that she is responsible for the performance because she draws all of the wonderful pictures that bring this book to life. Remember as we read that I said this book is a really fun book that illustrates cause and effect. Because is a signal word for why something happened. So look for the what happened and what was the cause of that thing that happened. Again, it's a whole string of events that Mo Willems uses the signal word because something happened, this next event happened and the next event happened. So pay attention to that as we read the book. This is the inside cover of the book, and it is a couple of pages from a score called Symphony No. 8 in B minor by Franz Schubert. This symphony was actually not finished. However, I also included a recording of it on my playlist, More About Books, on my YouTube channel, so that you can hear it. You actually may recognize some of this music. For your parents who may be watching with you, I can remember hearing this music in the background of several old Looney Tunes cartoons. So anyway, I did include that so that you can see what a score looks like, and so that and I included the other video on my playlist on YouTube so that you can actually hear what this music sounds like. Because Score by Mo Willems. Performance by Amber Wren. Published by Hyperion Books for Children. This is how it happened. Because a man named Ludwig wrote beautiful music, a man named Franz was inspired to create his own. Ludwig is Ludwig van Beethoven. I also included an excerpt of one of his most famous symphonies on my playlist, More About Books, on my YouTube channel, so that you can listen to that too. They're all very short, and I really encourage you to go and listen to this beautiful music. Because many years later, people wanted to hear Franz's beautiful music, they formed an orchestra. Because a man had practiced since he was a kid, he was asked to play. Because a woman studied night and day, she too was asked to play. Because many others loved and practiced their instruments, there were enough musicians. Because someone created a poster about Franz's music, tickets were sold. Because the train conductor stopped the train at the Grand Concert Hall, the orchestra conductor arrived. Because the orchestra librarian had copies of the score, the orchestra rehearsed. Because workers checked the lights and the seats and swept the floors, the grand hall was ready. Because the time had come, the ushers opened the doors. Because someone's uncle caught a cold, someone's aunt had an extra ticket for someone special. Because the usher helped the aunt and her special guest, they found their seats. Because everyone was there to hear beautiful music, it was quiet. Okay, you see here that the orchestra is standing and preparing to play. The person who's standing in front with the glasses on, holding the stick, that person is the conductor of the orchestra. That stick is a conductor's baton. The person will step up on that step, turn toward the players, the musicians, and musicians will take a seat and come to attention, and then they will begin to play the piece that they are playing for the audience. See how many instruments you recognize and can name. In row C, seat 14, sat the girl with the uncle's ticket. She heard the beautiful music written by the man named Franz, and it changed her. The girl was changed. From that moment on, the girl learned everything she could about music, because it fed her. Soon she started to write music too, because like Franz, the young woman had something to share. Over time, the woman became very good because she worked very hard. One night her music was discovered because she was also very lucky. Then she was invited to perform her music at the Grand Concert Hall because so many people wanted to hear it. Her composition was dedicated to the uncle in row C, seat 14, because it was his ticket that brought her here. And that night, someone else was changed. That is how it happens. I hope you enjoyed the story. This is the music score that Mo Willems actually had a composer to write about the story. It's called The Cold. If you'll remember, the cause for the young girl being at the symphony in the first place was that her uncle had a cold. So that's why the title of the music is The Cold. Again, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see on my playlist the video interview with Mo Willems. The music from this score is played on that video of the interview. And if you think back to the symphony performance in the book, I inserted some classical music. It was not Franz Schubert's composition that I inserted. I have to have special permission to use music, and there's certain music out there on the internet that I can use that I don't have to ask permission to use. And so that music was just some music that I found that sounded like classical music, and I inserted it in there. So anyway, I hope that you continue forward and take a look at those other videos and the music that I've provided for you to kind of listen to that relates to the book. Here we have some more information about the author of the book, Mo Willems. Because Mo Willems grew up writing and drawing comics, he became a writer and animator on Sesame Street, where he won 6 Emmy Awards. Bet you didn't know that Mo Willems worked on Sesame Street. Because Mo also loved reading as a kid, he wanted to make books. Because of many other becauses, Mo has written and illustrated over 50 children's books and has been awarded 3 Caldecott honors, 2 Theodore Seuss Geisel medals, and 5 Geisel honors. PigeonPresents.com has more information about Mo, just because. And I didn't get to tell you guys, Hilary Purrington is the composer who wrote the music for The Cold, which was inspired by the book. Then our illustrator, because Amber Wren moved with her family and a dream from China to the United States when she was a teen, she visited the Huntington Library in Los Angeles while she was in high school. Because she saw a beautiful painting by John Singer Sargent, Amber was inspired to study art. Because of many other becauses, Amber earned her BFA, which is a Bachelor's of Fine Arts, in character animation at Cal Arts, which is a college, and currently works as a visual development artist for DreamWorks TV, Warner Brothers Animation, and others. This is her debut, which means it's her first picture book. Visit amber-wren.com because she has more to share. Okay, here is our AR quiz information for the book. The reading level is 3.4. It's worth half a point. The quiz number is 501729. And again, for more information about this book, check out my YouTube channel where I have an interview with Mo Willems about this book. You can also hear the cool music that was written just to go along with this book. Just have your parents go to YouTube and search for my channel, search for Melissa Dutton, and subscribe. I put the video on my playlist along with 2 other videos. One video of Franz Schubert's music and one of Ludwig van Beethoven's music. So there's some extra stuff there for you guys. Go watch. You can also find all my other read alouds on that channel. So if you've missed one or more, you can watch those as well. Guys, every AR or every book that I've read thus far has an AR book as well. And as we, kind of push toward the end of the year, we have lots and lots of opportunities to read some really cool books. So, I just encourage you to keep right on reading, okay? Next up, I'm going to update you guys on the AR point clubs. This week, for our 25 points club, I think we've added a couple of students to that. So Miss Allred still has 2, Miss Beasley has 1, Miss Green still has 2, Miss Millett still has 2, Miss Oliver has 4, Miss Barnett has 1, Miss Braddock has 1, Miss Harbin has 1, Miss Miles has 1, and Miss Williams has 2. So we are creeping up on our number of students who have earned their 25 AR points for the 4th 9 weeks. We now also have 20 students who have earned their yearly goal of 100 points since we began online classes last month. I believe last week we had 18 students total who had earned 100 points since we've been out of school. So that's 2 more students who have gotten onto that 100 point list. So congratulations to everybody. I'm so excited for you guys, proud of you for reading, and I just want you to keep on reading. Take care.